also we had to, get counsel from, our attorneys, and, we failed to, when we were putting the notices out for this holiday at 6:30, it said I would get in contact with him, so we normally schedule a call meeting. Wednesday is pretty important. The courthouse is available at 5 o'clock. We schedule a call meeting.
Can we do it on the workshop?
Yeah, the workshop's good, it was just a call meeting.
Okay, all right. Hey,
At 6:10, now call meeting to order, workshop, excuse me, workshop. Let me scratch the first comment, thank you, Irwin. Like that, call this workshop meeting to order. 6:10, we'll have a motion to approve this agenda. Workshop agendas.
motion to approve.
Do I have a second? Don, you make the motion, Paul McIntyre second, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, motion carries. First item of business is, Mark Haley, that's presentation, discuss Truman and Lincoln, and Athea roads, I think Truman and Lincoln's, the two roads you brought up, Chris, he's going to talk about those. So, Mark, you got the floor, sir.
So on Truman and Lincoln, everybody can hear pretty good. That was some of the storm damage from Hurricane Helene. We looked at both of those roads, and they are on Lincoln. There's like 4 crossings. On Truman, there's 5. And when I say crossings, you got your main creek crossing, and then your overflow. And I'll let Brandon kind of key in here with you too. I think he has turned some of that in on FEMA. And my understanding is the county, it would perform some of the work at some of the crossings possibly, and FEMA was going to reimburse or some money for the main crossings. That's my understanding. However, I know we haven't all let them out yet. Just waiting on the county and the funding. I did find out, so I'm gonna put that in front of the commission tonight. We're talking about for the main crossing on Truman. You're right about $94,000 for that one crossing. If we were to do all the crossings for Truman, you're right around about 183,000. And then that's replacing pipes, building the road back up, bringing in the field, and all to be able to get over the pipes. For Lincoln, the main crossing was around about 88,000, and then the other overflows, if you did all 4 of those crossings, you're about 109,000. So, I mean, you're close to $380,000 right there just for those two roads to fix all those crossings if the county leaves to move forward with any of that. My understanding, there is some DCA money that's coming down. It's basically CDBG DR money is what they call that. My understanding from Lindsay, that'll be out about May of next year. So if the county doesn't move forward with any of the work now to try to get some money later, we're talking about May. So you're still 8 months out possibly before they'll start taking any applications on that. So just want to put chairman and Donald rode those roads, a couple weeks ago, and I don't know what your take is, Brandon, as far as county doing some of the work, or, that FEMA, or, you know, I don't know if you want to chime in.
All I've heard is just those two big crossings. So we're jeopardy of losing that because we have moved on. And FEMA's gonna get to a point, they're just gonna issue the DM, deem it ineligible for reimbursement, and they're gonna leave us with it. So if we don't make a move on those two big ones, we ain't gonna get that.
But the county,
You said if we don't make a move, you mean ASAP?
ASAP, we've been sitting waiting since February this year for authorization to move forward. And if they don't see us take some action on it, they're gonna cancel that.
Now, looking back, we originally talked about this in April.
Yeah, that's what I do, I don't work.
Yeah, we originally talked about it in April. And it was, and still, so if we act, as we discussed in April, then FEMA would reimburse. Okay.
The problem with, I think, and I had to have y'all in help me understand this, you can get lost on dirt roads when you're looking at all these sections. There's two sections I think Brandon can bring up, or is in the slow area where it's more kind of a polish.
right, that's right.
That would require, easement agreements or acquired right of way, which could take time to get permission, plus it's a waterway. So now, I mean, it's gonna take a little time to work through that, because the road would need to be wide, which it needs to be wide, I won't do it, it definitely needs some love. On the flip side of this, I have talked to Lindsay about these two roads. She felt like they were qualified for that.
The argument, yes,
But we have to jump on it pretty quick.
right.
I'm worried about how long it took us for the pleasure lake acquiring and getting approval on that. This is a big endeavor, those two sections will be a big endeavor, because you're gonna have to widen that road, and it's gonna require getting, and I'm sure, I assume, like I was saying, I would have a road wide, and I'd grant you that, but it might take a little time.
You are one, I mean, when you do put some new pipe in there, I mean, there might be some slope and some feel, so when you do that, I mean, that is gonna cause the pipe to go on out further, which could, you know, you are getting on private, more or less, you're actually getting into the stream, so, you know, there could be a little bit of wetland impact. So y'all do run the risk of some permitting fees there too, so, you know, if the commission decide to move, you know, to move forward at whatever time the commission decides that.
So, okay, so we had a fork in the road then go now, and for FEMA to reimburse, or go this other route for,
Well, that's the only reason that I bring FEMA up, I didn't wanna, you know, so yes, I mean, to answer that question, I don't know where FEMA's at with it more than, I mean, Brandon is aware of that, but it's either fix it now, or we can wait and get some of that DR money that, you know, that the county won't have to put any money in. So, I mean, I mean, yeah.
These projects are already approved with them. They have been since April. We just move that forward, or we'd like to see it.
Yeah.
And if we don't wait to move on, then they'll cancel it out.
and what would be, okay, so how much would they support the project?
I'll have to look.
Yeah, that's the key that I don't know. That's, yeah,
And here's the deal, we don't know how long a delay, but acquiring
the right of way.
the right of way. That's another thing, I don't know what kind of delay we're looking at there, so.
I'm just thinking, I mean, if FEMA had hefty reimbursement, if it's as much as we would get the other way, why not go this route with FEMA, then you got another project you could do with the other way, we'll make it one route.
Question I got, Brandon, how many invoices have we turned in the FEMA already that we've actually paid for, that we received reimbursement?
None of this
But how about the jobs like, the park, Misty, we pay for those trees out of park, right?
That's under the debris category.
So that's category A?
I'm sure I can find that right now.
We started to get some money back from all these things.
Well, we got category A, because people see, but it's only going to the contractor to do all this work.
So we hadn't actually received anything on that.
Not anything we turn in for the county, I'm not aware of. Right?
Well, I think that's why,
I think
that's what's been stalling pretty much, to answer your question, Chris. I mean, that's kind of what the stall is as far as how quick FEMA's going to reimburse, or, you know, they haven't reimbursed yet that we are aware of, so that's, you know, but you're still, you are in a fork in the road, you see what they want to. Yes.
Chris, the good thing is they are aware, because we go to where we have a problem. These commissions are not getting reimbursed, that's why you see these grants, these other opportunities coming up in the house because of this.
Larry, you know, other than the 50%, I told y'all about that they were gonna give us for cash flow for the debris. Everything else to do with things they reimbursement. You got a complete project, show proof of payment by cancel check before you can even request reimbursement. So we won't get any more money unless we pay them stuff along with the
Was any of the roads done by, Miller Construction, anybody, there was one road, one or two roads that was, that far enough? We paid that.
last year that we paid for, and
We
then
need to reimburse for that.
That's 100%. When you said reimbursement, that's what that would reimburse this 100%, why would you not do it? Except you're out of money, but I mean, why would you not?
I had this check, we had seen time for reimbursement from Phil.
Yeah, I mean, county would have to do it.
I'm asking, and he told me we have not been reimbursed now unless it's coming through,
that's
different
what,
county.
that's what I'm telling y'all, you won't get any reimbursement money until we pay these.
We pay forward.
It has got to be paid. I've got to be able to send them a copy of the cancel check where it's been deposited before they'll even attach it to the project for reimbursement. The only thing we'll get is the category A is debris. That's where our biggest cost is. They allow us the 50% expedited money up front to help with cash flow because it was just so big. That's a little over $2 million. That's what we're spending at any point that we've been waiting on for so long. Everything past that. The remainder of the debris, remind you, that's 50%, over $2 million. Everything else has to be paid for before we can request reimbursement. So like these projects, until they're done and we pay that contract, we can request reimbursement. That's FEMA's typical model. Occasionally, when there's a disaster that is just so huge, it'll trip the expedited funding option, and this one did. It was so big. But that's the only reason we're getting that 2.3.
So any of the money that we did, any bills we pay for, constantly on the phone with them. And, what happened with our application, whether a box got checked incorrectly. We went into the standard, and that's how things were looked at. Well, I had to literally go to Congress and get them. You don't see that happen. They had to reverse that, where we could get that expedited fund. Now, I ain't looking back, I'm just looking forward, it is tough. You know, 2.6, and Brandon gets those emails, these guys want their money. And then, I think the more I read stuff, they really want their money. And this part of our county, just for $500,000 town loan, the interest rate was just, can you imagine what $4 billion interest would be to borrow? So I'm trying to lay it out, and we ain't going one. There's other counties that can't afford it. But it's been tough, and FEMA seems to want to, you ain't got that X's marked correctly, the T's crossed, and the I's dotted, they will keep kicking it back. So that's the dilemma, and I agree, that road, there's two areas on that, I believe it was, Truman. There's no doubt that needs work. I mean, it don't take a whole lot. I say this, it wouldn't take a whole lot of rain for that road to be underwater. I mean, it was really low, the water was already, and we had rain in quite a while, but when I went through there, it was wet. And to do it right, it would take to span the road, but I don't know the time it would take to go through the easement. We might not get this. I'm getting nervous about it. I would like, if we could, I would like to see if we could get this money to do some type of emergency grant and try to fix it. But we got a long way sooner with this. This is just one of many roads in Irwin County. One of many.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Do we have drawings of what right-of-ways or easements the projects would need? That way, if y'all approve it, we can be prepared to move quickly on those purchases.
We can get, yeah, we can go back and pull, deeds and all that, verify and put a drawing together for the county, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get the chicken before the egg, or egg before the chicken, but
Right.
if we have to go through that process, we can handle obtaining those, purchasing or whatever, so we can be ready to go, work with you, just that way, that process is not holding up. Because if you start moving on purchases under Title 32, it does move quickly for road projects, but quickly is still not as quick as we want to do, so we just want to make sure we're ready to go whenever y'all vote it later. But I can work with him, just make sure we're meeting what we need to go.
Really low, process that
Yes,
you.
yes, that's good. Althea,
Is that right, Ross?
you want to talk about Althea?
I can.
This is a big picture, if y'all to look, it's on that thing road, so y'all need to kind of really set that and see that.
So yeah, so I'm glad everybody's sitting there. Glad everybody can sit down. So on Truman and Lincoln, just to clarify from state-wise, if we mean, whatever y'all, at whatever time y'all want to move forward, y'all let us know. If we need to go ahead and get some right-of-way maps, I can go ahead and do that, start that process tomorrow, get that up to you, Chairman, so that way y'all can have that information. Althea Road, this is a section of, going out there in my neck of the woods, back toward Lax and Gladys. It's a section between Tulip and Green Road. It's about 0.4 of a mile. And that section, guys, is, Reedy Creek flows through that, flows under Althea. And I just want to put this in perspective so everybody's got this in their head. The drainage basin, what flows through all those pipes and through or under Althea, starts all the way up at the Fitzgerald Airport. That's how big that drainage basin is. It's over 20 square miles.
Going forward to the right hill,
It
underneath the church road.
comes, yes, sir, flows up under 129. There's a bridge there. You actually have the 129 bridge then you have Althea, and then you have the Bethlehem Church Road, that bridge. So all that water is transversing through two bridges. So we've got a section of a roadway that has nothing but a bunch of pipe. So I want y'all to get that in the head. You got bridges and then you got pipe. So there's at the main crossing, there's several 72-inch pipe. There's some 48s that I think that county's put in, and then where it has overflowed out from recent storms, I think the county's come back in and put some more pipe just to have some crossings there where the water's crossing. But so what Brandon wanted us to do was try to run some calculations and kind of standardize the pipes through there, because there's different sizes through there. There's no way to do that because basically our program won't allow you to do that, because it's saying that it actually needs a culvert. Actually, it needs a bridge. So, but I'm gonna give you, that's the worst case scenario. So we're asking probably $1 million plus $2 million for a bridge. So that's why I said everybody's sitting down. That's what needs to be there. But you got a bridge upstream, a bridge downstream, and you need a bridge in the middle. That's best case scenario. So to not do that, it would take a double, what they call a double culvert. It's two 10 by 10 culvert. Each channel would be a 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10. So it's just what they call a double. That's what, if you don't put a bridge, that's the other second option, which still is not the best option, but just the bridge is the best. But to put that in, you're about a 1.1 million right at it, just for the culvert. So let me say this, and this is just me as being a resident here too in Irwin County. And I don't live out there, so y'all take this with very respectful remarks. So what Brandon has done, I think he's turned that into NRCS, and I think that contract has been approved.
No, it's not pipes.
It's not pipes, yes. So my understanding is the county forces could replace some of the pipes there. If y'all want to leave it as existing, which is probably recommended at this time. I don't know if I would move forward with it at this time with that kind of money. So until we have another storm. But if some of the pipes there are the grade, they are that old corrugated metal pipe. So some of them probably do need to be replaced. But if the county forces to do that, what NRCS is picking up, and I'm assuming it's free of charge. They're going to pay for some riprap and for some fabric to be put down and the riprap to be around the pipe, kind of shore up the sides. Now, taking it in respect, if we get another storm, major storm, I know we didn't get a lot of rain off the last hurricane, a lot of wind, but if we get a major rain event storm, that's coming out. I mean, it's just, there's no doubt about it. If we get another 25-50-year storm, it's not going to hold it. So
There's a lot of water I can
yes.
testify. I've been there. The pictures I taken, we're lucky it's a dry for a day. It's been dry for a while, but that road can get really ugly. It gets wet, gnarly ugly, and so it looks really good. But Mark has made a comment, yes, if you got a substantial amount of water, you can definitely. But there is, the good thing is, the way the roads are, you could easily close that road. It would not be an inconvenience to the residents in that area. Because no one lives in between that area. So there's cut throughs right here and right there,
You got
Green Road and Tulip.
Yep.
So you could close that road off quick and,
The double pipes we're talking about, are they going to work on through?
the actual concrete culvert, it would actually be a concrete structure, a big double, they call it double culvert. It'd be basically a 10 by 10 box, 4 sections of that set side by side. That would be your second best scenario to fix that road if y'all were to leave it right now, Commissioner, you know, which is what, I mean, I'm kind of in agreement with the chairman. If the county can replace the pipe with their forces, and NRCS puts, you know, brings the rock in the fabric, the only thing that I know the county would have to do, a lot of the pipes on the end are basically mangled, so I mean it's not flowing water good. So when y'all replace them, you would need to add some extra length of pipe to be able to put a slope there, because right now it just drops off. So you would need to have some slope there where you can put your rock, because if you just pile your rock straight down, it's just gonna fall off on down into the water. So the road needs some slope. The only way to really do that is to add some pipe, build a slope out, or either narrow up the roadway.
What size pipe we got in?
There's variations. There's at the main channel. There's 2 runs of 72, and then there's 48s that come off the side. And then at the overflows, you've got some 48 and some 60s.
10 total.
Yeah.
What started this project is TJ has a problem a lot with that water eroding the edge of the road off because it's straight.
It's straight in it.
So I asked NRCS about a head wall project that they funded, 100% funded. So Tash had approved it. We was the only one around that got that head wall project. But when we got out there and really got to looking at it at their site visit a couple of weeks ago probably, I noticed the pipes are different there. Like I was talking about, some of them messed up, they're not perfectly in line looking down the road. Well, the project that they put together, has head walls built for like, I think it's 3 pipes that are laying together, so it's one head wall. And then there's another section of several pipes with one head wall kind of, and then stragglers in different places. When we got to looking at it, the pipes were different depths, and ends of them were sticking out further, it's like, well, so.
That's turned pretty fast.
Really, a little bit,
The riprap bags, just stacking up almost like pouring cement. Just taking the bags, we just stack them up, and then when of course they get wet, they all solidified. But that is a brand new. That is a lot of labor intense. If you were to do that, there's going to be a pile of labor that county would have to pay for. And just the cost of the bags. I mean, I don't think that's a prudent scenario there. I think the riprap would be prudent if it's going to be free of charge. I mean, for the county. So
we looked at the bag, to give you an example, their project requires you to dig down below that pipe 4 feet. Start stacking that stuff to completely surround the pipe up to the top of the road, so it's enormous. So we looked at the riprap. Well, the pipes that's out there like he's talking about, you figure in a 2-to-1 slope, you got about 10 foot of road bed left on top. If you use the pipes that are there, that's why we have to extend it. So when we really got down there and got to looking at that option, just one
the road out, then I would think that it would be prudent to bring that back up before the county and say, hey, do we want to spend the money on a culvert or a bridge, or, officially close the road. So that's kind of where statewide at with it. It's just, that would be our recommendation, is leave it alone for right now, except for fixes, wait till the next storm to in and just see what the county wants to do. So that is, that's a bridge, you probably about double that cost in a bridge versus the culvert. But even a culvert, you're talking $1 million plus, so.
Hey, can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
You know what started all that down there on Outfield? Down there on Spruce, when they went in there and dug all that pipe up and done away with it and filled all that up with dirt, that turned all that water back that way, turned a bunch of it back this way.
But you still got your well. I'd have to look. I'd have to pull that up. You still got your main drainage basin coming through there. But
You
yeah,
got 'em.
yeah.
But see, there's a bunch of pipe down there that, I'll put it this way, Scott's supposed to replace.
Hey, TJ, we talk about roads, you wanna add anything?
I'm just listening.
You just listen, you need any comments, you wanna talk about any projects you got in the middle?
So come,
Well, one thing I will say that, myself, TJ have been taking part in this new software for the road department, right? So that's supposed to be something we can, it helps you with estimating costs, and we can actually start looking at the needs for our roads and planning and trying to do a better job identifying. We got a lot of roads throughout this county that use a lot of love, and it's just take one project at a time. So those comments, right, TJ, you good? That all for Thea? We'll talk about a lot of money, so Don, you had mentioned at the last county, thank you, Mark. Last county commission, solar report, trash. Did y'all read through y'all's trash ordinance? It's supposed to be the last good.
You're about the one that's on the record already.
Well,
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, and I wasn't here last meeting, I'm sorry, I was out
John,
with a new baby, but yes, I think my understanding from that last meeting was, we have drafted a new trash ordinance, industrial ordinance, where we wanted to go look and see if anything is on the books. And I would admit, that's one of the problems we're seeing, is we need to, as a club of the commission, we look at a way to update our public access, like our ordinances, several forms that use that to allow citizens to make county easily. But that said, we have gone back to the copy of the ordinance we have. I do believe there are some ordinances there we know. So I think what I would say, Mr. Chairman, is by next Tuesday meeting, we'll look at the one we have proposed and the one that's in the books, and see if there are any additions or subtractions we can do. I'm sorry, next Monday. So we would present it. Sure, we can get that out Friday.
You have a copy here? Ordinance.
We did, we were able to find.
You do have it?
Yes.
I'm trying to find it. Send it to you today.
So we do have, I think it's in section 50 of it, so, but after looking at it, I do think there are some updates we should make. And so it would just be looking at the new copy versus the old one and see what we can merge. But we'll have that to you on our Friday, so we can discuss it on Monday.
All right. You mentioned the software, okay?
Right.
You mentioned the ordinance. Will we have, and I want to make sure when we do the update or whatever, that we have a way for whomever, I guess is important with that, as far as, as the authority to issue citations and that kind of stuff. I mean, does he have, do a ticket book or software, or what do you do?
what you talking about, ordinance violation?
Yeah, yes.
Code enforcement?
I mean, it's code enforcement.
It just depends on how the county's, enforce it. I mean, yeah, Brandon will enforce
Even what we have right now, do you have a way to issue it?
We don't have anything.
No,
What does it take?
What you need is, I understand it, right, there's a judgment for law in this new software.
yeah, that's essential to it, right?
8 to 10 months out from being functional, for our school.
That's the evidence you were referring to, and so evidence will start at the center, and then as you incorporate the software throughout the various departments, Jessica will have access to it, Brandon will, and so eventually, within this 18-month process, so eventually 18 months, we should all be intertwined in the software, where everybody's communicating, anything that Brandon can go on, it's just it's a
What
hard
does he do, what does he do in the meantime, I mean, if we go forward?
That's a hard process. If Brandon wanted to, I mean, it just depends, we want, as a county.
It'll be looked at, and just, at this point, you can't do nothing.
Well, I mean, there's not, the software doesn't keep you from writing citations, we certainly do. I need to look into it and have legal counsel on it, but the board of commissioners can authorize Brandon to.
So I think that was step one, is making sure that the ordinances there
That's
also, or as merged, have the teeth that allow the marshal to do it, or code enforcement. And then just the logistics of when he's out there, whether it be in the interim, having a ticket book or something to cite that. I think with that, we would like to work with Brandon and make sure national court's comfortable in how they receive it in the interim.
That's right.
Until we get to the new software, but I think it all starts with first having
That's what I'm talking about.
first having a team to do it, then the tickets logistics.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, not interrupting, that's the frustration we're, I had earlier, we put in those cameras. Well, nobody's followed up on them. We got people pulling up, intentionally stacking trash in front of full dumpsters. We got those tag readers out there and everything, so we need to, I hate to say it, but we need to start making examples out of somebody.
I'm following up very regularly on, I just don't have anything to enforce with. I don't even have a paper ticket.
What do we need to do to get that going, Brandon?
I need your authorization to do it.
We can get it. Well, let's get one. I didn't know that was,
And is that, we have to make sure that this ordinance is in place first before he can start doing that, or?
We have something.
we got existing trash ordinance, so, it's got them on, I don't know what.
Because, I ain't gonna call the fellow's name, there was a fellow there the other night, earlier, he witnessed. He got back up there and just throw stuff down. Two different vehicles, and one was a video camera tag, and the other was a turn cam tag, so. Oh, yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying, the people in my district, I'm getting hammered about, we're putting the cameras up, when are we gonna start doing something about it, so.
Yeah.
Don't do something about it, people are gonna call the police.
That's right.
That's right. We used to go in Irwin, to the road department, boy, 2 or 3 hours to clean that mess up. Yeah, 3.
Well, I sent you them pictures of, didn't I, of the, the stuff stacked in front of the dumpster, so.
All right, any other discussion? Item 3, solar moratorium. Any discussion on that at all?
Is there something that prompted?
Well, Don made a comment, let me say this, I think it's no secret that the way that the solar ordinance was adopted by the county. Now, what this moratorium would do is it would put a, give everybody a little piece, take a break, 90 days, let's get James back and his team to bring something that we'll do a little different. We use the Barron County model, let the county commission see the ordinance, then make it that public for the citizens to give input and keep it that way. And then allow James to guide us on the legality, that this is good or not. We really want to be reasonable about it. You can't be unreasonable, but I understand this, and I hope y'all understand. I did my very best of the last 3 ordinances we've done, we went through public process, right? We've got the good and the bad. The noise ordinance kind of shaky there, but that's what you're supposed to do. We need to have a conversation. I think the lack of that with the solar is why there's such division about solar. If it had been done right, transparent, worked through the open process of getting approved, I think the outcome would have been a little different. This year is not something we're gonna jump on tomorrow. No, we agree to do a moratorium. Let's give it, take a break for 90 days. Let James do a little due diligence, bring us something, and then we can start December, January. But one thing it will do, it will not hurt the current company that's, here now, their grandfather did, but what it will help, this is a lesson we need to pay attention. What do we want from our community moving forward? We need protection. If this is, we can use next year's guide, let's make a better ordinance for the future. And that's what it's about.
I just felt like some things in that ordinance could have been in, there wasn't. And I agree just wait. Some things need to be changed in it, but I feel like we get this done, put it to bed.
And, property damage. Now look over here, we had trying to look at everything, Ms. Morris, Andrew Morris reported that Anderson back into her mailbox and her beloved, plan. And, she's very sentimental. She told me that plan, I think her mother had given that to her, but anyway, it's a single palm. Well, you see the mailbox, it's kind of been, but as being prudent to the county, we want to be fair, we don't want to advance more or give back or improve the property. That's one thing we have to be careful, but I made her offer. I think Tricia included that in here, what I offered her to do. I've also got it right here, which she reported to me. If you find my email, I offered her a little bit of the back of this. But you can see, she sent me what she thought was the value of this. It was like $330. I think I would sit back and Tricia, I mean, this is on my, Tricia actually worked on this. And, her price, what she looked into, came out about $100, $120. And there was a difference, the plan that, Ms. Morris was wanting was, what was that plan? Patricia, the one that paid, say the palm, it was something else. It's in the packet. It's a different type, but it was. Yeah, that's it. housekeeping